Friday Night Locker Room Show presented by Space Coast Daily. I'm your host, Zach Clark. With me, Orville Susan and Steve Wilson. Guys, the next game we have up is Astronaut at Cocoa.
You know, we mentioned the first game that was a Friday Night Locker Room game of the week. This is also a Friday Night Locker Room game of the week, and this is on the FM side of the dial. Steve Wilson and I will be doing the Astronaut and Cocoa game from Cocoa. Mm-hmm. You can hear that live on 89.3 FM in North Brevard, 90.3 FM in South Brevard. We'll also be streaming from Sports Center on Merritt Island with Tom Palermo at spacecoastdaily.com, and you can pick it up at FNLR.net. So if you don't listen to it, it's not our fault, because we're coming to you from every angle we can. But the Astronaut and Cocoa, what do you say about this? This is, should be one of the bigger games of the area because it's for the district contest. The Cocoa Tigers and the Astronaut War Eagles. Astronaut has been hot and cold the whole season, but they've won the games that they have to win to get back to the district championship game. And you have to like that. They beat Lake Highland Prep last week 18-12. To get into the game, they stay undefeated in district play, and now they have a 4-3 overall record. Cocoa beat a 2-5 Orlando Jones team, which is also in that same district, puts Orlando Jones out of the district race. But Cocoa beat them 63-6. What a beatdown one Tiger had on another. But and I think Cocoa was making a big statement there, not only in our district but in our state, just to let people know if we want to hang it on you, we can. And they're right back to not losing a game in the state of Florida for 38 games now, or something something like that. And they can throw so many weapons at you. Bruce Judson ran for 3 touchdowns the other night. Timmy Pratt ran for 127 yards and a touchdown. Howard Stewart, he ran for a touchdown and also had a 60-yard interception pick six. So, I could go on and on and on about, and I didn't even mention Chauncey Gardner, probably one of the best athletes in the state of Florida. But Cocoa Tigers, you got to like them.
Okay. He's got Cocoa, Steve.
Yeah, we will be coming to you live from Cocoa High School, which means we'll be eating fish tacos for our pregame meal. Correct, Sean O'Reilly, Beef O'Brady's. Just want to put that on the record.
Okay.
But look on paper, look at the records. Astronauts 4-3, Cocoa's 5-2, and that is about as close as they are in the number of losses and wins. The War Eagles won a couple of close games early to start the season, and we're thinking they might have a chance to do something. And then they stubbed their toe a little bit. And then, in my mind, the game that they really struggled against was Rockledge a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. But they righted the ship, came back and won the game they needed to win at Lake Highland Prep. When you have a running back like Jay Hawkins in the backfield, only a 10th grader, they're capable of scoring and can score in a hurry. Canary does a nice job at quarterback. Schultheis can kick the ball. They have a good kicker at Astronaut. That being said, the Tigers' defense is playing so well. Jones isn't a bad football team. They're better than their record indicates, and to hold them to only 6 points. And the way the offense is played, we can talk about, like Orville said, we can go down the list of the names of every Cocoa Tiger on the offensive side. Everybody knows them all. But I think bottom line is the Tigers are just more talented at this point in time. They're playing at home. They know what it's for. If they win, they're going to host a first round. Astronaut loses the game. If they lose, they're still in the playoffs. That's what's pretty exciting. This will be Randy Halleck's first time back into the playoffs in a few years. A team that we're used to seeing every year in the playoffs. They've hit that dry spell, but they're playing solid football. So win, lose, or draw, both teams are going to be in the playoffs. But I like the Cocoa Tigers pretty big this week.
What's maybe the one thing that Astronaut has to do to stay in this game to maybe keep it close in the fourth quarter, maybe straight?
They have to find a way to run the ball. They have to keep Cocoa Tigers' offense off of the field, and that's not an easy thing to do. They're an extremely difficult team to run wide against. Hawkins has the speed, but they've got to control the ball offensively, which means they have to win the battle in the trenches, and I just don't know that they can do that.
One of the things I like about this game is you got 2 old-time football coaches going against each other, Randy Halleck and John Wilkinson. And Steve and I have been watching both of these guys for many, many years. And the adjustments that both of these coaches make at halftime sometimes is just remarkable. Both teams, whatever one game from another, will come out in the second half and do exactly the opposite of what they did in the first half, making that adjustment against what the opponent on the other side of the football is doing. Both of those coaches and their staffs can do that well. I like that chess match there between Randy Halleck and John Wilkinson, but I just think the Tigers have too much talent this year.